Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Animal Crossing Every Day. With me, your host, Captain Explody. I'm the one with all of the fingers. I got them all, man. I got a big finger collection. I have so many fingers. I keep them in a little case, trophy case. So whenever people walk into my house, the first thing they see is a big trophy case full of fingers. And they're like, wow, look at all those fingers, dude. I'm like, I know, right? Are you impressed? Do you think this is cool? Do you think I am cool? And they're like, not really. I mean, at first I was taken aback by the extremely large amount of fingers that you have right there. But now I'm very confused. I don't understand. It's not fair. Everyone else gets to see the fireworks, but no, not me. I have to work. Why? It's not like anyone came in anyway. The place was deserted. Yes, anyway. So people are often very confused about the what I would call the finger situation. And I'm not that concerned, frankly. It's my stuff that I'll deal with. I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to collect something that nobody else has collected? Something interesting. We have a special opportunity in a stunning kitty chair. It's always a wide variety of other items as well. And it's a pay. I thought fingers would be a pretty good way to go, because I think there's I could make a market for it. Like, there's not a market already, but like if I start this and soon, I can make it seem like getting people's fingers is like a big thing, and then other people will be like, they'll start the trend too. But by that point, I'll already have like loads of fingers, right? So I'll have a step up. I'll be like way ahead of everybody. Do you know what I mean? So, like, for example, if I've got my big collection of fingers. As we've established, I have a large collection of fingers, human fingers, famous people's fingers. I have them all in a trophy case. I've covered this, okay? And somebody comes in and is like, wow, look at those fingers, dude. That's amazing. Big collection. I'm like, yeah, fingers are getting pretty hot these days. You want to get some? Invest in fingers. I think that's going to be the way to go. If you get Marilyn Monroe's fingers, big news. So the people's like, okay, cool, that's what I'm going to do. And they start investing in fingers. I already have trophy cases full of fingers, so if I want to sell them, I can. If I want to buy them, I can make a good price for them because I'm the one with the majority stock owner of the fingers. It's a really good ploy. I remember people were getting really into crypto. And they were like, this bubble will never burst. Cryptocurrency, this is a great idea. Bitcoins, this will never go anywhere but up. There's no other direction this could possibly go, especially not down. There's no way that could happen. It's only going to go up. I'm sitting here with like loads of fingers in my cabinets. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see how that goes. You know what I mean? But I have a feeling that people are going to want to see Frank Sinatra's finger more than they're going to want to see some little bitcoins that aren't even real. You can't even touch them, hold them, smell them. You can't do any of that. But with a celebrity finger, you can. You can be like, this is this guy's finger right here. It's not easy getting them, let me tell you, right? But I have done it. And I don't want to go into my technique too much because that would give the game away. I think people will be a little bit... Oh, well, nobody really wants to watch how the sausage is made, right? You just want to eat the sausage. Same deal here. You don't want to know how I get the fingers, just that I have a really large collection of celebrity fingers. And... oh, do I have that bug? Maybe. Well, what is it? A drone beetle. I don't think I have that. Sweet. Perfect. Hi. Do you have fingers I could borrow? I will give them back. Wink, wink. I'll never give them back. This is the way I invest in stuff. You see, this is the way that I get ahead of the game. Like I said, I'm smarter than those crypto bros because I figured out what the people want. People love celebrity shit, right? And that's why those crypty boys thought that, all right, if they like celebrities, then they're going to be interested if a celebrity endorses this Bitcoin thing, right? But that's not true. That's not true at all. Because if a celebrity endorses a Bitcoin and then the Bitcoin fails, people are just going to continue to lose their trust in Bitcoin. And they're going to lose their trust in the celebrities as well. This is a double bad. As we in the finger business call that a double bad. It's not good, right? It's bad. It's double bad, really. So that's where the name comes from. It's clever. It's a clever name. You know, it's a lot of man hours to think that one up. But you don't want to lose trust in your people. But if they're dead, if the celebrities are already dead, then, you know, the celebrity that can't back out or look like a liar or whatever, because it's actually real. It's actually the celebrity saying, and getting their finger is like, that's a real tangible thing, right? Getting John Lennon's approval to make a crypto based on one of his songs, not the legit. I can see right through that scam, right? But if I'm like, dude, this is John Lennon's actual finger, people are like, wow, hey, that's pretty, you know, there it is. That's it. You know, hard to dispute that. There is the proof. It's right in front of me. You know, so that's why that's, you know, it's better than Bitcoin because of that. I think the market for Bitcoins and stuff like that is going to crash. Also, I think that, you know, the damage that the Bitcoins do is like pretty, you know, like you have to have a lot of electricity to mine a Bitcoin and stuff like this. But for taking the finger off a dead celebrity, much easier, much better for the environment, you know. In a way, it's kind of like recycling. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of benefits to my new venture. Okay? No, you can't, and not any old boy can do this. You need to be smart. You need to get like certificates of authenticity. Otherwise, you could just be buying any old regular finger. You know, you don't know whose finger you could be buying. But you don't want just fucking Joe Schmo's finger. That's not what you want. You want to get some like legitimate like star power, you know. And I can provide that. I know exactly who to talk to, what to do, you know. And that's another reason why you should invest with me, because I know exactly what I'm doing. I think I saw a mosquito over here. Maybe it was just a raindrop. Thought I saw something. Oh well. Yeah, so there's all sorts of benefits to investing in fingers, in my opinion. And now again, you're probably gonna think, well, you are biased because you've already told everybody that you are going to invest in fingers and you have a large collection already. You sound biased. You sound like you've already made up your mind, and I get that. You know, obviously I'm going to sell the idea of collecting fingers to you as a current finger collector myself. But I'm just saying, I think that this is the kind of thing you want to get into before everything goes to shit. You know, I think I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't believe it. And I believe in this. I think this is a real, it's not like a scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not like a flight of fancy. It's not something like that. This is something that I really believe in. And, you know, it could be a really good thing. You know, I mean, it's a good talking point. Let me tell you this. If kids are ever at your house, the kids are like, what's that? They point to your big cabinet full of fingers. You can go, oh, this is a collection of some of the most famous people's fingers in the world. And the kids are like, wow, that's interesting. Because kids love, like, that visceral kind of stuff. They love, like, you know, they can see it and then they understand that the finger has been detached from the body. That sparks a kid's imagination. The kids can be like, tell me more about this, right? Because kids are like that. That's how they kind of process stuff. Like, if you walked up to a kid and was like, let me tell you about David Bowie, he was great, your kids can be like, I don't care, right? Which is going to annoy you because you know that David Bowie rules and you want your kid to like David Bowie. But the way you approached your kid didn't work. But if you just kind of sit back and let your kid look into a big cabinet full of fingers, and then they're like, what's this? Whose fingers are these? And then you go, well, this one over here belongs to David Bowie. He used to be a singer. He's pretty cool. And then you show them a photo of David Bowie and point to one of his fingers and go, that's the very finger that you're looking at right now in that drawer. And they're like, wow, that's awesome. You're like, I know, isn't it? Pretty fucking sweet, kid. You know, you can empathize with them that way. They'll understand better. It's more of a visual kind of thing. It's a good talking point for the kids. I think it's also a good talking point for the adults as well. I think adults kind of understand that side of things. You know, they look at the nice cabinet and they're like, oh, what's in the cabinet? You're like, oh, it's fingers. And they're like, really? I wouldn't have thought you could put fingers in a cabinet. And you're like, wow, you absolutely can. I wanted to see how it would look. And you put a little bit of plywood underneath them to prop them up so you can see them through the little cabinet window. But it works a treat, you know? And then the adult's like, wow, plywood to prop up the fingers, that's a great idea. I didn't even think of that. And I'm like, you see, it's all about simple stuff like that. It doesn't take a whole lot. You know, you can do it yourself. The cabinet didn't cost that much for me to go and get. You know, I got it. I want to say I got it out of IKEA, but, you know, I kind of got it out of IKEA. But decent. It's a good cabinet, you know. Shine it up a little bit every so often. Clean the window so everybody can see the fingers inside. What I like to do is I laid some LED lights along the inside to kind of highlight, because I have a little there's a little every finger has a little thing that tells you exactly whose finger it is. So if you run the LED lights through just a couple of lights in the cabinet, and then what's he doing? Oh, I don't want to sell that. If it was just modern, if it was a modern wall, if it was something better, I probably would have bought it. But just a couple of LED lights in the cabinet, so that when it's like kind of dark or at nighttime, you can turn that on and it kind of illuminates. It shows like the little card that tells you whose fingers it is. It just kind of highlights that. I think it makes everything look a little bit neater. You know, simple stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I think I've talked about my fingers for long enough. So I'm going to wrap things up here. But if you're interested in collecting fingers, please let me know. You know, I would be happy to share my knowledge and help you out on the long road to finger collecting. Because like I said, I feel very passionate about it. But let me know. Other than that, though, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in the next episode. So, goodbye.